Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leora and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is actually sort of like my New Year's greetings video. And you know, in my religion it's not even New Year's, but of course also we as Jews vibe with the International New Year, and so this is what it is. It's 2021. Congratulations, we've made it through 2020, and may this 2021 be a better year, that it's just going to look up from here on out. Okay, sweeties. So my New Year's resolutions, I'm not very good at New Year's resolutions because, you know, with life experience it has just told me that resolutions don't last longer than January, and that has been the case in many of my years. You know, and I don't want to go there honestly, but I have a few things that I actually want to approach this year, and I don't know if it's going to be like that official as New Year's resolutions, but you know, you judge for yourself. Anyway, if you want to sort of have a feedback on how I felt this last year, you can go back to last Thursday's video, which was the collab that I did with, let's see, Angelica, Heather Austin, Karen Harris, and Cara C. I think that's all. We beautiful girls did a collab video, and that went up on New Year's Eve. Okay, so anyway, and now we're looking forward in this video, and that's it's kind of, you know, I always feel like it is such an insecure place looking forward. I like to do it because I always want to feel and I want to believe that the future is brighter, but you know, you never really know, and I think that part of it is kind of scary and intimidating, because also with the whole world situation, you never know, is it going to getting better, is it getting worse, when is the next catastrophe gonna hit the world, or I don't know, us personally, God forbid, you know. So it's kind of, honestly, I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. It's always like sitting right there, and I have the awareness of things happening, but at the moment I just want to deal with myself and deal with where I stand in this world and what life means to me, what my family means to me, and things like this. So maybe though, let's start with what I envision for my channel, and you will be surprised, because I remembered while I was thinking about this video, I was thinking back to last year, and I actually had a conversation about my New Year's resolutions for 2020. I had a conversation with Nikki about this whole topic back then, a year ago, because in her New Year's resolutions video, by the way, I'm gonna link her either in the cards or in the description box, okay? So check her out, she's so hilarious and she's one of my best friends, seriously. So anyway, I had a conversation with her because in her New Year's resolutions video, she said she wants to reach 10K by the end of the year. And I was like, whoa, this woman has courage. This woman has courage. You know, she hasn't reached it, no, but she has really, really grown this last year. And yeah, so I want to go away from this though. I want to go away from this and actually not look at numbers and not put my value on numbers, not on views, not on likes, not on clicks, not on average view time, not on subscribers, not on anything, followers, nothing. Not that it's not important, don't get me wrong, it is very, very important, because this is how you succeed on this platform, but, and I understand that this is how it is, but I want to detach myself from this kind of success. I cannot do it anymore. You know, and maybe if you go back to that other video that I just mentioned, the one that I did the collab with, where I looked back about at the year, you will understand more what I'm talking about. I just want to step out of this pressure. I want to step out of this. It feels like handcuffs to me, and I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore, and I've been over the whole year going away from it more and more, like for myself, but I just feel like I need to breathe. And I want to breathe. In 2021, I want to breathe, and I want to be free, and I want to find my place for myself, not even on the YouTube platform. I know what I'm doing, I know what I love to do, and that is exactly the content that I'm going to put out. So that is all like clear and set for me. But for me personally, now you can call it a midlife crisis, whatever, you know, if you want to call it that way, do it. For me, it's just I'm finding myself. I'm finding my balance. What do I want to do? What can I do? What makes sense to do? And do I still have, after all of that, enough left of myself, for my children, and for my husband? The thing is, and I've been struggling with this ever since I started my YouTube channel, and I felt regret and resentment that it was always my husband and my kids who drew the most strength from me. And I felt like, how can I ever succeed? How can I ever make this channel bloom and blossom? You know, living where I live, not getting makeup releases to me, people not sending PR to me just because I live in Israel, or I don't live in the US, or I don't live in Europe. You know, it happens to me all the time, almost every week. Brands approach me, want to send me PR not knowing where I live, say, give me your address. And I give it to them and they're like, oops, sorry. You know, so just saying, how can I make my channel a successful channel like this? You know, plus I have 7 kids. If you're new here and you don't know, I have 7 children ranging in the ages from 13 to down to 4 years old. And of course I have my husband, I have a house, I have rescue animals, and I'm actually working in 2 jobs. So, you know, how can I ever do that? And I always felt the resentment, and I always felt like, why are you taking strength from me? Because I want to be here. This is what I'm doing for me. This is where I want to be, where I feel appreciated way more than often in my own home. Because that's real life, right? Because in my own home, I'm just mommy, and it's normal that I'm there. It's normal what I'm doing, you know? It's normal that I look pretty. Nobody sees that in my home. But when I'm here, I get so many compliments, and you guys tell me, wow, you're such an inspiration, and we love to watch you, and you have such a good vibe in your channel, and all of that. And I need that. It's like, it's so good for me, for my soul as Leora, who is right now not a wife and not a mother, and just me. Okay, so that's why I'm here. All right, not fishing for compliments, just saying, you know, this is like 2 different worlds competing. But what I realized in those last weeks where I've done this soul searching, I realized that first of all, my kids and my husband and all my other chores that I have to do will never go away, and I don't want them to go away. Okay, but I felt like the key for my personal success is stopping to resent what I have and see it as the blessing that it is. It is the blessing, you know. I chose to have 7 kids. I chose to have that. I chose to have more than 1 or 2 or none at all, you know? So that's why I cannot now resent that they're drawing from me, because that is their job. It's their job to draw strength from me, to draw inspiration from me, to need my help, to need my advice, to need my hugs, to need me to do the laundry, you know? So I just really have to stop like bashing myself for the choices I made earlier on. I always, also for example, I always resented the fact that I didn't find YouTube earlier, that I didn't become a makeup artist earlier, that I didn't start at 16 or something like this, and I could be so much bigger now. You know what I mean? But living with regrets that are not even real doesn't help anybody. So, and that is basically what I want to take in this new year, that I'm just going to believe that this is my place. This is my place to blossom and bloom, and also give a little sparkle of that to you, whoever wants to see it, whoever wants to watch it. And that is it. And I'm going to be okay with that, you know? And I have this incredible joy in me right now that I could actually start to cry from joy. Maybe you can feel it even. Maybe you can see that my eyes are tearing up. It's like, this is real, you know? This is absolutely real. I have this incredible joy in myself right now. And actually for the first time in a very long time, I don't have the anxiety sitting here that I always have here that is suffocating me, because I feel like, wow, there is actually great stuff happening. There is great stuff happening, and I do not need to be intimidated. I do not have to be in rivalry with fellow YouTubers, or it's not a race. race. Now it's not a race anymore. You know, I can be super, super glad for everybody who is getting ahead and getting big and getting support from brands and all of that. It's fine, you know, because me as Leora, I can define myself over other things. Now, do I still want all these things? Absolutely, because I know that this is the place that has been given to me to be an inspiration and to be uplifting and to be positive and to shine into other people's lives, you know? And this is where I actually felt like this is the first time in my life that I have a place like this that goes so far beyond what I've ever thought, that I cannot even imagine that people from Hawaii write to me, that they're listening to me and they're so encouraged by what I'm doing. Like, really, you know, like, people up the street don't know me, but people from Hawaii or from whoever, you know, just as an example, write to me. And that is just so incredible. And it's more than I ever thought that I could. And I'm so, so content and so, so happy with this, that even if I would not grow one single person for the rest of my YouTube career, and I don't know how long this is going to be going, as long as God wants to use me for this, okay? As long as God fills my hands with makeup and with talent and with inspiration and with something to give, I will do it, okay? But I'm not going to be suffocated by this anymore. I'm not. I'm done with that, because it so much took the joy out of me being a makeup artist, out of me creating looks, out of me being here, because I just felt so much pressure and I felt like, wow, how slow my channel is growing, and that cannot be normal, and what in the world is wrong with you? Why don't people like you more? Why don't people love you more? Why don't people find you more? You know, and I was like, what is wrong with me? And the fact is, there is nothing wrong with me. There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. Yes, I'm a normal person with all failures and flaws and everything, but at the end of the day, there is nothing wrong with me. And it's such a relief. It's such a relief. And it probably feels like, wow, this woman is naive or a little bit slow, because you should have known that. But you know what, sweeties, sometimes to come to a realization, for it to be real and to be actually felt like deep down in your soul and not just on the surface, you have to go through something and you have to sort of work it out and work for it, you know, in order to get there. So, and that is what I've been doing lately, and that is why I'm sitting here and I'm sharing this with you, that actually I'm gonna go forward with a lot of joy in my heart, with a lot of liberation, you know. And I'm just super, super glad and grateful that you who are already here are here with me on this journey, and we shall see where it takes us, you know. So if there are new people are going to join, you know, heartfelt welcome. I would really, really love to have everybody here, like everybody, you know. I'm a very loving person when it comes to that, and my kingdom is really, really big, so you can all come and join. So you can subscribe right now, that would be awesome. But even if not, I have no loss. I have no loss, because I already have been given everything. And that is something that I want to also just share with you and give to you for this new year, that sweeties, we have to just take this bondage off us, you know, the bondages that we put on ourselves, because there is so much that is being put on us from outside sources, you know, from the workplace, from the government, from this and that and the other thing. And we do not need to put ourselves in bondages just because we think we don't measure up, and we will never be fast enough, and we will not be pretty enough, or we will not be skinny enough, or we will never have enough, or we will never be enough. It's a lie. It's a lie. We can always do our best, and we should. You know, this should be our New Year's resolution, that in no matter what our hands touch and what our heart approaches, we should do our best. And with that, we will be enough. All right, so sweeties, this is it for today, and I hope this was helpful for you. Again, if you would like to subscribe and you're new here, then please do that right now, because I would love to have you here, and I hope it will be for a blessing for you. And besides that, of course, you will find my makeup and my discount codes and everything that you need to know in the description box down below. Feel free to leave me your comments in the comment section, and we shall start in this new year as very, very blessed people in a very amazing, beautiful tribe here on my channel. And I'm so grateful, so grateful for everybody is here, and my blessings to you all. Hugs and kisses.